Hi everyone and welcome to my class GIT 411. My name is Arnaud Egner. My email is my first name dot my last name at asu.edu. So it's Arnaud, A-R-N-A-U-D, dot Egner, E-H-G-N-E-R, at asu.edu. Now, we've taken many classes together. You guys taking two of my classes, previous classes, that's your third one. So please, now we know each other fairly well. Call me Arnaud. I couldn't make a video out of Sky Song with a nice backdrop in my back, but I thought for the last video you would appreciate more to see who I am personally. And it's very simple. I'm a gamer, just like you guys. I like video game. I like to recreate real life in a fake or virtual environment. And that's why I have what you see right here behind me, that aquarium projecting on my windows. This is a video mapping projection that recreates the illusion of being behind an aquarium, basically, which is very relaxing to me. I use that all the time, by the way, to relax me when I'm stressed. And just looking at things like that. So, what do I like to do? Well, first of all, I'm what's called an ABF. I'm an American-born French. I was born in Paris in the late 60s, migrated to the USA in the early 90s, late 80s. Went to ASU, got degrees in journalism and communication, went to other school, got an MBA, Master in Business Administration, and I also have a degree, a law school degree from France, which I've never worked in that industry whatsoever. Originally, I didn't have a business of video game. I had a business in furniture manufacturing. That's right. I manufacture furnitures for large corporations like Rocher-Beaubois and Copenhagen furniture stores. That's how I got into 3D, believe it or not. Yeah, let me explain to you a little bit. That's why I'm explaining you that, because sometimes life doesn't take the road you think it would do. And you might find your way in a different street. So I had that corporation that I got from my mom, actually. That was manufacturing furniture. It was a small mom and pop type of business. She was doing okay. Nothing huge, nothing mass production. So I decided to take it to another level, to mass production. So I started to do sampling of furnitures for our next line, basically, and present it to our clients. What struck me right away is that out of 10 furnitures, only 3 or 4 of them they would really like and buy. The other, they would not even buy them. And the 3 or 4 that they liked, they would change them quite a bit to accommodate their taste. It was a waste of time and a waste of cash on manufacturing for us, as we had to create real samples for everything over the year. So at that time, I've heard of a 3D software that could recreate 3D objects that look like real. At that time, it was 3D Max. I thought that was a great idea. I'm like, well, if I can make them in 3D, I won't waste any time doing it for real. I won't waste any equipment. I won't waste any, wood or anything like that. And when they don't like it, we'll just scrap it. And the one that they like, but want to modify, I can modify them in front of them right there to their taste. I thought that was the big thing. So I bought 3D Max, one of the first versions, by the way, and started to do furniture, 3D furnitures. Nobody knew how to do it in my corporation. I didn't find anybody that I thought would do it in 3D hiring-wise. There was no one for that, so I decided to do it myself. I was very intrigued into it. I was always a gamer. My first console was an Intellivision when I was a kid. My dad bought me that. So I was always a gamer. So, and I've seen what 3D could do for game. It was just the beginning though. So I was like, well, okay, let's do that. I was intrigued, you know. That's why curiosity is very important for you guys. And I decided to do it. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was hard. There was no books. There was nobody to teach me how to do it. I had to go through the L file and teach it myself, which I did. I was very successful with that first collection of 3D objects for my furniture business. When I presented it to my client, they really liked it. They thought it was really, high tech. It was really, demonstrating that we had money in our corporation, which actually was trying to the inverse, actually trying to do the inverse. They really liked it, especially the fact that they could modify whatever they wanted on the fly right there with me. That was a huge plus. So I did that, sold the furnitures for a couple of years until I got bored of managing the company. I always thought managing corporation is a little boring to me, but that's personal. So I sold that company and opened a visual communication business. I did very well. I started to do a business back and forth between the EU and the US because it was the beginning of the internet at that time. And I've done a lot of 3D for companies like Vuitton for their bag, their purses, or a French company that makes the actual knife for the wine bottles. All right, I did that for their website, for their TV advertisement, and so forth. That was pretty good, and I really liked it. Until I had the opportunity to teach 3D, which I did for a school and liked that even better. I thought teaching was great because of one thing: you guys and you girls, students. I always liked hanging out with students because there's no rules with you guys. You are ready to take on any challenges and take it on in a different way that the industry always did it. And that's for me the most important part of it. Is not to be constrained to what the format of that industry is telling you to do. So I love being with students for that main reason, actually. I thought it was just it's the greatest thing ever. So I started to teach and did very well right away in teaching and liked it so much that I actually sold my company to go full-time teaching. After talking to my wife, of course, I'd say, hey, if it's what you want and you're happier doing that, do it. So I did it. And I started teaching for a while in a school in Tempe. Actually, I taught first in a school in San Diego, and then I moved from San Diego to Arizona back because I liked Arizona the best, frankly. I'm used to Arizona. And taught in another school in Tempe that specialized in 3D, created their 3D program, and then I had the opportunity at that point to work in the game industry, to do a lot of game projects with people in the industry. I was a gamer all my life. My first console wasn't in television. I played every day video games since I was a little kid. I actually built myself a little wood box car with the first joystick steering to play the first PlayStation Need for Speed game. All right, which I love to play in that little car. It was just awesome, actually. So I keep doing video game things and liked it so much that I decided to switch from 3D movie and cartoon teaching to video game teaching, which I did, and created the certificate at the Brickyard for video game that they have now. Then I moved to Polytechnic. I love that school. The opportunity to have my own video game art focus was very attracting to me, to be able to do it the way I like to do it. So that's why I did it. And that's how I'm teaching with you guys. I've created those techniques over the years. I've been doing 3D since the first version of 3D Max, by the way, you guys. And I used to grade a lot of the writer's book for 3D Max also. That is one of the reasons I am not so inclined with books. We have one in the class because we have to. But it's not my favorite thing because most of them don't really explain properly what you need to do and are too complicated to be worth using in real work. Complicated things usually don't work very well in production. You gotta get down to what needs to be done, and that's it. Okay? So I think that's enough talking about me. Besides, as you can see, I like recreating virtual environment, like the projection mapping you have behind you of that aquarium. or the pinball machine you have right here that is in reality a digital pinball machine where I switch the playfield for an actual LCD screen. And it doesn't get deeper than that. I've built motion simulator for racing, even motorcycle simulators also, as well as skiing simulators. That's one of my specialty, are simulators for video game and simulation games, basically. It doesn't get deeper than that. I hope you enjoy just knowing a little bit more about me. I know it's a little different, but now you know who I am, and I'm starting to know you guys better. I wish you the best luck in the class. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any personal problem. Email me directly for personal problem. And if you have any class questions, please post them on the forum, as it is general knowledge and everybody can gain out of reading it. Thank you very much. Good luck. See you in the class.